But you can stay and party with us. Take a shot of Patrol, and let me know when you get enough. You know the rhythm is on, and everybody's feeling the buzz. You ain't gotta go home, 'cause you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us.
Hello. Welcome. How are everybody doing today? Welcome to Sunday Brunch with Black Tea. Thank you guys for joining us at the table today. Today is going to be a very different kind of conversation, guys. Something that we normally don't jump into, but we're going to keep it hot and and rolling for you guys. But thank you guys so much for joining us at the table today. We appreciate you every first and third Sunday of the month. So make sure to keep it, so you can keep on track. Subscribe. Make sure you share, but subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you can get all of your alerts to let you know when Black Tea is coming in to bring you some more juicy topics, something that you guys can all jump in and give your comment on, leave a comment, ask a question, make a statement, whatever you want to do. This is an open forum. We just want everybody to be respectful of everybody's opinions and thoughts, and we're gonna go from there. But you know what? How are you today, Miss California Cutie?
Hey, I'm doing good. Hello, everyone. I'm doing well. Trying to beat the heat. Yesterday was really hot. Out here where I live.
That's so crazy how in the same freaking state, we're not that far apart from each other, but
about 75 miles. We're about 75 miles away from each other. But
so crazy because it was chilly out here. With us, I set up for a party yesterday, just a dessert table, and I was like cooking, and then all of a sudden started freezing. I said, you know what? And it wasn't even that late. That was probably like around 4 or 5 o'clock when it started getting real cold. I said, this is ridiculous.
Wow,
this
that's crazy.
here. Right, but I hope everybody is enjoying the weather where you are.
Yes.
Where you are. So we are missing one of our members today, of course, Miss Candy, but for a good reason. She had to take her baby girl to start her internship, for college. She's going into her senior year, and she's doing her internship in the Big NY. So we're very proud of her and very excited for her, and her well out there. Right. Yes. Wish her well. So guys, before we get started with anything, we have to, talk about some food here, honey. So child, I want to, before California, can you throw hers up there? Cause she's going to show me out today. I wanted to show you, everybody wants, at these ethnic foods, these different things. And anytime we think of a burrito, we automatically think of the Mexican culture, and everything. But we always want to put our little American spin on things, right? So that's
absolutely
what I did. So because like I said, honey, I can eat Mexican food all day, every day, honey. I love it, the spices and everything. So what I did was, something you can do. You can make a whole bunch of these and put them all together. Let your guests and your family, whomever, come get it. But anywho, let me go ahead and pop this picture on up there. So this is I'm trying to tell you, right? This is a steak and egg burrito, child, with a little bit of pico de gallo, some peppers, some chives, and a little bit of sharp and white, sharp yellow and mild white cheddar, Vermont cheddar cheese. Child, this right here, I mean, and it's so good. It's so easy to make. And what the good thing about it is you can make them, cut them in half, and people can take a whole one, a half, and one, however you want to do it. But it's self-service, and that's the one thing I like about it. It's self-service, and you can any type of meat you want, of course, put in it, but you get that thinly sliced. So you got to see, the secret is you got to use that thinly sliced cheesesteak beef. It's the steak they use to make the cheesesteaks, because you know what I'm saying, when it cooks nice and fine and real tender.
I'm like juicy,
yes, and juicy, and it's not tough. You're not pulling on nothing.
Yes, not a lot of gristle in it. All that gristle. I ain't got that
oh
kind
my
of
God,
time.
it's so finely cut. And I know there is a lot of people who can, because I've made burrito, steak burritos with regular steak too.
Mhm.
regular thick, thicker steak. But
You know,
this right here,
it ain't giving the same though. I know
no,
it's
it's
not
not.
because just
It's
like you
that.
just said, it's the toughness, and sometimes with the thicker, it's like, oh, that's a thick piece of meat. I can't wait to chew into it. And sometimes you chewing forever and ever and ever.
Yes.
Nobody got time for that. I
No.
want to just see my teeth in, go through it, just like the steak sandwich.
Yes.
Burrito. You can look at when you pulled it up. I don't know about. I think you have pulled off the picture, and I was already salivating. So when excuse me for looking the way I was looking because I was salivating over the because my screen is big. I was over there like
Yes,
my
child.
mouth. When you came back, my mouth was open. It was looking so good. Like
Right. Like you just want to
even
bite it.
I mean, the way you got the picture and everything, and just enough amount of cheese, the little green. Was that green onion, or what was the other thing you said?
Yeah, so it's chives. Uh-huh.
Chives.
Yes,
And I
chives.
ain't never really. I wasn't even big on chives when I was younger. Like I don't like sour cream that much. So when they be like on your baked potato, you want chives and onion or sour cream and chives, I'd be like no. But I probably wanted the chives and just didn't want the sour
Sour
cream.
cream.
You see what I'm saying? I never said hold the sour cream, give me the chives. I don't just
Yes.
said no. I don't bring no sour cream over here with my potato. Don't
Right.
do it. If you do it, put it on the side. That way
Right.
somebody else that wants it can have it.
Yes.
You see what I'm
Because a
saying?
lot of people don't like the sour cream. But
I
those
don't.
chives, honey, they're just a milder version of green onions. They're really good. And they, we all know what chives are. They go with everything. So,
Yes.
but we do a lot of times, connect sour cream and chives together because
Child.
I don't know who paired that up to begin with, but it became a pair. Now everybody's like,
Definitely.
girl, some salt chives, sour cream and chives, sour cream and chives, sour cream and chive chips,
So I
sour cream
always
and
say
chives.
no. That's why I always say no. But when I looked at it right there, it's like, damn, chives is looking all good. They
Man,
all flavorful and stuff.
but it definitely was delicious. Definitely something easy to make. Definitely something I think your guests and family would like. Something fun for the kids. You guys can even build your own burritos if you want to do a whole build your own burrito thing. But
Mhm.
it's something really easy. Doesn't take up a lot of space, a lot of time, and it's quick. It's quick. So that's a really good and cute and flavorful brunch item that you can put or lunch on your menu or breakfast. I mean, you can
And
have that.
decide what you want on there. Like
Yeah.
you can put avocado on there because that's what
Yeah.
I would have did.
Oh,
But yeah,
yes.
put some avocado on there. Hold the sour cream. You put sour cream on there if you want to. Like the way you had it look good, but some people don't want tomato. Then take the tomato off.
Right.
Somebody wants some pico de gallo on it. Put the pico de gallo on it. Me with a steak sandwich. I'm gonna tell you right now. Even with my hamburgers, my new favorite thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want A1 on it.
Okay.
I would have.
Okay.
I'd have layered me a
Yes.
little A1 on that thing because it's steak,
Yes.
and I just love that. I love steak and A1.
Well, you know what I like to do too, California Kitty? When I make my beef, a lot of times I'll add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I know everybody knows
Always
what that is. Now, Worcestershire, A1 sauce is nothing but Worcestershire and ketchup. So if you ever run out of it, that's how you
don't
make
lie
it.
to me. Look, I perked up. What
Yep.
we doing?
Worcestershire sauce and ketchup. Make sure A1 sauce. So try it. I've made
I'm
homemade.
going to.
Yes, I've made homemade steak sauce so many, and a lot of times it's so funny because you get to adjust the amount of, seasoning that you want, ratio. So when I make it homemade from home, my husband said, "Did you make some more steak? Or do we have to make that steak sauce,
I
instead of
love
buying
that.
it?" Because it's really good. It's really
That's so
good.
funny you mentioned that, Miko, because I just got on the show. Oh, I feel like it's called. I don't want to give out the wrong name. It might be something like Neo Kitchen or Neo Soul Kitchen or Soul Neo Soul
There
Kitchen.
is a Neo Soul Kitchen, so you on there.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so yeah, the guy, and he was doing seafood, a seafood favorite, but on top of that, he had made his own barbecue sauce, and so now I know how to make barbecue sauce. So that's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna try me some barbecue sauce. I'm gonna try and make it taste as closest to my favorite, which is what we used to have, sweet baby Ray.
Baby, sweet baby. Girl, child, did you know real quick, honey, while you bring that up, not to say that, other nationalities can't make no good sauces, but I have always thought that the owner or the creator
Oh,
behind
was a black man.
honey, that's a white man. Honey, I
That's
tell
a
you what,
white
go on,
man.
give us that soul, baby. So
He
you can have
he marketed it just right. He knew it.
yes, he
He
is,
got the
child.
stuff.
He like, I'm about to get him, and he
The
got us
husband,
because
the
I love
husband
it.
told me recently about that, and I was like, "Wait,
Yes.
what?" He was like, "Man, babe, our favorite ain't black. I said, wait, what? He said, our
Yeah.
favorite ain't black. I said, who ain't black?
Right,
Who took the DNA test? Who?
right. Girl, child, I said, you know what?
Oh my
That's
goodness.
okay. I support them all. I support them all. You
Man,
got a good product and
very much so.
consistent product, and I
Yes.
love it. So,
Yes.
and
It's
if
delicious.
that's just me. That's just my prerogative, But honey,
So let me get to my logo. Let me get talking
yes,
about.
I was
I'm gonna
gonna
show
say,
her out. Like you can pull it up, sis, because I'm on there, but I'm not.
okay.
And I'm gonna send you my pic. Oh, I guess it works out. Cause I guess we can see each other. But when Candy on our, when Candy's home, we ain't gonna see all of us. And your picture took up like almost the whole screen.
Lord.
So I was like, maybe I should have sent it to Nico to get it bigger. But now you can see both of us.
Yes.
Anyhow, I over here made me some little tilapia. I sauteed that thing with some olive oil and some butter. And I put some Himalayan salt on it because my husband was like, babe, the Himalayan salt is so good. So I got a
Yes.
little grinder and I grinded some of that up. I put some lemon pepper on it, of course, because I didn't have no lemon. So when I had no lemon, the lemon pepper is my next go-to, right?
Yes.
And pepper. And I actually, I know it looks extra peppery, but I did that purposely because I like salt and pepper on my eggs and my grits. That is eggs and grits there. And I like to mix them together so that I don't have to come back and re-season it. Once I mix it all together, it looks like a lot, but it's not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the day I love my grits today because they was kind of I let them cook for a long while, so they kind of look like cream of wheat when I was done. So I like that.
Yes.
It was really like all the grits popped open and got all good. And I just ate it on the way in, when we had pushed our little thing back just a bit. I was in here eating. It was delicious, y'all. So I love a scrambled egg. I love to eat scrambled eggs and grits together. I won't have grits if I don't have scrambled eggs. And I usually don't really want scrambled eggs without my grits. So yeah, that's the only time I really like scrambled eggs. And it was delicious. Oh, and my juice, trying to tell y'all, that's that Welch's passion fruit, which is one of my favorites. And then I pair it or I tap it or I top it off with that Minute Maid mango.
Okay. I like
Okay.
both those. I like both
Okay.
those.
And
Okay.
it's delicious. And if you put some tequila in it, I don't have any tequila in there today. But if you pair that with some tequila, it is amazing. So that's what I had this morning.
Cocktail.
Well, actually, I had this afternoon because it is brunch, baby.
Man. Well, honey, sip on, child, because that sounds really good today or right now. So, but guys, you know what? We got something coming for y'all today. Let's get into
Yes.
Let's get into it real quick. Our subject of debate today, y'all. Subject of debate today, child. Okay, listen, y'all know that we on here, we don't do the politics, but because of this year, this is our our presidential
Election year.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a president that first in history, first president ever to be convicted of a felony. Isn't that something? 34 counts. Okay. Now,
Well,
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, just to interrupt you. There's two things that's going on. That is true. He's the first one to be convicted, but he is not the first one to be sitting in jail and running for presidency.
Right.
We did have a president, somebody that was running for presidency, sitting in jail, and he almost ran. I mean, he almost won, but he didn't win that year. But the funny thing about the president, our former president, who is now a convicted felon, right? He's a convicted felon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying, right? Funny thing is that he's running for president. He ain't gonna be able to vote.
Yeah, he can't vote. He can't vote. He can win the presidency. It's funny because they were talking about that on the news. I had looked up some different things, and I know that they had on the Washington Post, they had an article where they were saying that it's really funny how our forefathers didn't think of that when they came to making the guidelines and stipulations on, what who
can run and
who can't run, yeah, and age was in there. You got to be at least 35. You got to be a U.S. citizen for at least 14 years, and that's it. Really, that was pretty much all the stipulations. but nobody said anything about being a convicted felon. You know, like so I can be your president while I'm sitting in jail. So it's so funny because they're like, you know, he needs a strong candidate behind him. I was watching something on TV today, and it was a podcast show, and a young lady was on there basically saying that, you know, she's a Republican. And she was saying she's not for Trump, though. I don't want to give any names because I don't want to start, you know, no whole
Absolutely
like
not.
little thing. But she was basically saying that, you know, we need a strong VP. So the person, so the person running against him for the VP candidacy, they were saying, I mean, for the presidency, they were saying he should make her VP if he's to win, because he can't rule from prison. He can't go to meetings. He can't fly nowhere. He can't do anything but sit in his Oval Office in prison. And
he barely could do his debating because he was stuck with the court. So he barely could do what he needed to do. So just imagine how much he gonna miss if he's sitting in jail.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people say, of course, he's probably not going to do any jail time. But see, that's for the New York case. Now, Florida is different. From what I hear, Florida, regardless to who you are, you going to jail. So if you got a federal case and you get convicted, you're doing jail time, president or not. So I thought that was really, you know, funny because
when does that go? When does he go? When does he go?
July 11th is
that's right. I did
sentencing date. Yeah, so he goes July 11th for his sentencing. Now, I'm not here to give my political stance. You know, I am Democrat, though. I stand on that. But I'm not here to argue my, you know, political stance. I'm just basically want to know, like, so we have all these, you know, people that are coming out of the woodworks that are, you know, supporting, you know, Trump now. They're very upset about the allegation. I mean, you know, the allegations. They're very upset about the you know, what has happened. You know, his verdict. They were very unhappy, and these are, you know, people that we would expect that would not be for someone who's not for us. You know, us as Black people, we're always talking about building and supporting and, you know, and growing with each other. But as soon as you get someone who is not going to give you your, you know, as you would say, your 12 acres and a mule, then now you run to the next person. Now, I'm not saying what these people are doing, because there are some celebrities that are backing him that have a history of backing Republicans, you know, candidates. So it's not that this is new. It's just that's the Republican candidate that they want to back and support. And I did not know, but reading the Washington Post, according to the Washington Post, I did not know that Ice Cube and 50 Cent vote Republican. I did not know that that's what they, you know, were for, and that they are Trump supporters. I did not know that. Not that it's any of our business, but, you know, but as, you know, people from the outside looking in, and we look at celebrities as people who give us a little bit of direction of things that we probably are not privy to as far as information is concerned. And it's something about this man that, you know, is helping. Lil Wayne is another supporter. Well, we know that because he helped, you know, him out in his criminal case. And 50 Cent is, you know, they said what, social tax trading. He's, you know, he helps with that. And contract with Black America. That's you know, Ice Cube. He's supporting Ice Cube's contract with Black America. So his Ice Cube support is with him. You know, so there's a lot of people that are saying that Trump is, you know, doing better. And I don't know if it's so much because he's actually doing anything for us. He, you know, they like you said earlier, California, he gave us all the, you know, people saying he gave us a lot of money. He gave us a lot of money. Well, the money that he gave, a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it had to be paid back. So, for example, for people who got that tax credit during the pandemic, you know, for having all these extra kids, well, just know that they're coming back to collect that money back from you. You know, you don't get to keep it. It was a loan. It was not something that they were giving you. And then if you look at, it like this too. What else has he given us? You know,
grief. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have, you know, we're paying more in taxes. We were supposed to have these great tax breaks, but it doesn't benefit us. It benefits the rich, but it doesn't benefit us at all. So what, yeah, that's something he hasn't done. He's supposed to help, rebuild the communities. Well, you help rebuild the communities by giving this, money to people, this loan to people, and some of the people didn't do anything with it, but spend it on clothes and other stuff. And then you have some people who did, take care of their properties and, build value to their properties and the communities and stuff. But then you have these people who got all this money. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I know in the city of Los Angeles, there has been an influx in all these luxury apartments that they're building everywhere. It is just becoming absolutely ridiculous how that has happened. And now you got people living on top of people. They're tearing down businesses to build these units. I mean, nobody wants to live there if you don't have anywhere to shop.
Well, here's the thing. When I came to, I don't live in LA no more. You already know. I said I'm 35 miles away, but when I do come to the city, I am very annoyed with the sky. I'm putting a lot on it, but the skyscraper of the apartment buildings that they're putting on top of Targets and the plans of doing that, because I've heard another one over there by what's that, Crenshaw and Obama, maybe they're doing it over there. Trying to do like a Costco's and then putting apartments on top of that and having them housed so that they're, they can go to work from there, and they do, this is how they get the people that's there. They say, well, we're putting low income in this segment of, there's going to be a whole floor of this 35 floor complex. You guys going to get one floor. It's going to be low income.
And you gotta fight for that. It's almost like you're in a lottery bid for that, which is absolutely crazy. And the low income doesn't always pertain to your income. It pertains to, to your status. It pertains to your income. So you can be a family of 5 and barely making it, but the family of 2, they got a little bit more money, is going to get the low income apartment because their income looks like it's a little bit better than the family of 5, which the family of 5, if you meet the income requirements, you can pay the rent according to what they're asking. Why would you get it? It's literally a lottery bid. When I looked up the commerce, the city commerce information about all of this, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I have to apply, and then I have to go into a lottery pool. Then I have to pray and hope that I get approved. And what am I getting approved on? I'm getting approved based on what? So I'm a single person. If I'm a single person and I'm making, 85,000 a year, I might get it over this family of 4 making 92,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Combined. So it's really weird how they're doing it and how they're making it happen. But, Trump made all this happen for us, right? He gave this money for everybody to build up all this stuff. So now everybody all excited. Woohoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys.
And like you said, it's luxury apartments. They're expensive.
They're very expensive.
They're very expensive for a small. It's almost like New York. It's a small area. You got this little bitty apartment. You're high up now. Oh, but I have a dog, so now you got to go walk your dog through the elevator. Hope the dog don't pee. Go downstairs. You know what I mean? Now and then, if you're living above a Target or anything like that, you're sharing parking with people that's the public that's coming into the same area to where you park your car. Now this the public people parking their car at this certain area as well. It's not smart.
It's not
smart.
He had all these things going, the whole wall situation. And I'm bringing that up only because that was something brought up. Now, real quick, before I talk about the wall, while I'm watching the trial. And for those of you guys who, again, don't know, know he has been convicted of 34 counts, felony counts, all involving human trafficking. Involving hush money for I'm getting my stories mixed up. Hush money for the 2016 presidential race. Now, I kind of think watching the trial, I don't know, you guys give me your opinion, but watching the trial, I kind of think that the defense had a little bit of leeway at first until they put Stormy on on the witness stand. Baby, not only did she try and save him, she actually buried him too. She literally
Woo.
put the nail in the coffin, honey. She and that's how I think people know she was telling the truth, because she wasn't in there really she wasn't bashing him. She wasn't like, oh my God, he's a horrible person, he did this to me. She basically was like, I woke up and I was naked and was in the bed, and Mr. Trump was there leaving money saying thank you, Nick, we'll see you next time, sweetie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like, okay, that's casual. That's very casual for a person who did not expect to have slept, to sleep with that man. That wasn't your intention. You didn't expect for that to happen.
Mhm.
You wasn't even really approached by him. You was approached by his people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So the fact
You know how the rich do.
yeah, she
Hey,
was saying,
Diddy.
I don't remember anything being slipped into my drink. Well, how do you think you got from downstairs to the lobby to upstairs in the bed in the
But
room?
they wanted you to
You
know
know,
when they were slipping something in your drink, it
right?
wouldn't be a slip.
So she was like, I really don't know. She wasn't able to, but she was able to say that, she was contacted. They gave her some money because of the conversations that was going on. They needed her to keep her mouth closed. She was privy to conversation that she shouldn't have been privy to, and they needed her to keep her mouth closed. And she was just like, yeah, well, yeah, he gave me money not to, say anything, and that right there just sealed his fate. When she was saying it and talking about it, I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my Lord, like, like, okay,
So
the
you,
man
but
is
you,
going down,
so you saying before that, before she even said any of that, you said the defense looked like they were gonna
It looked like
make
they
it
probably
out.
was gonna have, not if off of every charge, but I don't think it would have been the whole 34 counts. I don't think they would have gotten him on everything, because they really didn't have proof, too much other proof that he was exchanging money, except for people's word that he was exchanging money for hush, to hush people up. But
Mhm.
because she made her statement, it basically proved what everybody else was saying, that he was trying to quiet people to keep them from saying stuff about it. And the defense was like, no, that's not true. That's not what that money is for. But then when she said it, that made everybody else's accusations seem very accurate and real, that, oh, this is possibly what has happened. This man has given hush money, and this is a person who received it, and we believe it. So now we believe everybody else that everybody has been talking about. So she pretty much sealed it for him, because at first he thought he had it in the bag. He thought he was about to walk out of there, popping his collar and run it, continuing his presidency run. But I don't know. But I mean, that not again, not to say that he can't still become president, even sitting behind bars. But we know that, if he, like they said, in the paper, very, very doubt very seriously if he ends up doing any prison time, in for the state of New York. But the state of Florida will push that. So we have to wait and see, I guess, what happens, and what happens when he gets trialed in Florida. But then that's going to be, I mean, that's neither here nor there. That can probably happen during his candidacy if he gets reelected to presidency.
Yeah,
We don't know.
that could take him through his
That
whole
could take him,
term.
yeah, it could
The
take
way
him,
the court
we don't,
system is set up.
right, exactly. But as of right now, New York is the one with his felony counts and charges. New York is the state that is going to be sentencing him. So we just have to wait and see how New York plays this out and see what happens.
And this is one of our billionaires right here. This is one
Yes.
of our billionaires right here. This is one of the billionaires, right? It must be billionaire season, y'all. It must be billionaire season.
Because it's crazy, and that's why and a lot of people always say, a lot of young adults, I hear them saying, oh, I don't, are they still saying? And it's crazy, because this is every generation. This is not just the generation that's here now, that's coming up, but they're like, oh, well, what point is it to, to vote? What make, it doesn't make any sense to vote. You know what? It's very funny that you say that, because your vote can be that one vote that puts you over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That, you guys can both be running neck and neck, but that one vote can be the vote that puts you over and make a difference. So I just tell everybody, get out there and vote. I took all three well, not all three. I don't have three kids, but my nephew's son is just like my kid. But I took all three of them, my son, my daughter, and my nephew's son, and their first time voting. I took them to the, we went together because it's so crazy. Because as soon as they turned voting age, we had a, each one turned to voting age when we had a presidency,
When
thing
they was
going
trying to
on.
run the
Yeah,
year for us to vote for
presidency
president.
year. Sorry, I get tongue tied, y'all. Sorry about that. But yeah, and it was so funny because I took them all. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's go. I think my nephew's son, the only one who didn't make it, but he made it right after. So it's okay. He made it for the next one. He just didn't make it for the one before. But it's okay.
My nanny gets to
Still
vote.
get out there and vote.
I get to take Nani this year, so this will be her first time voting for presidency.
Okay.
So yeah, she's my third baby that gets to vote. So I'm excited about that. Mike only about to be 17, so he got one more year to go. So
well, guys, so just let's encourage our young folks to get out there and vote. Let's encourage our young folks. I'm not a real big political person, but let's encourage our young adults to really, listen. If nothing else, just watch what's going on, see what's going on, and try and keep up. Because before I really got into this whole Trump thing. I mean, I really wasn't a big political person, a person that was into politics or anything. I did follow the, the candidates when you run, for mayor and president and, and little local politicians that we vote for. I did do that, but I didn't study it. I didn't really watch it really hard. And they do have a lot to say and a lot that information that we need to have. So, try and get these young adults involved, get yourselves involved, and let's get out there and vote and see, what kind of difference. Because, honey, child, we got a president running the country from prison, honey. That's gonna be
his following is huge, y'all. So they don't care about they don't care about him being in trouble, him being a felon, none of that. They don't care about none of that. They just like, I'm supporting him no matter what. And just like you said, I didn't know Ice Cube. I didn't know none of that. And then Amber Rose just recently came out and took pictures with Donald Trump. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but for presidents, come on, y'all. We already had a dose of it. And stop, please. I don't want to hear no more about what he gave us during the COVID era. Because even if anybody that was in that era during presidency with the COVID, they would have did the same thing. It would have happened no matter who was sitting in there. We all was under fire.
Right. You know what I think is funny, California Cutie? A lot of our Black Americans, was so excited to get a Black president. I'm going to go back real quick and just briefly say this. Was so excited to get a Black president that they missed the fact that even though he is a Black president, he's not just the president for Black people. He's the president for everybody. So what he does, so what Obama had to do and what he's done, in my opinion, had to be something that was general for everybody and fair across the board. I think a lot of Black Americans expected him to come in and just say, I'm a Black president, take care of my Black people. I need this, I need that, I need this. But come on now, you got to look at the end result of things. You got to look at the big picture. You can't just come in and only help and do stuff for Black Americans and leave everybody else out, because the whole goal is for everybody to come together and be united in some way. It's almost like some people don't want to do that. Some people don't want to have that unity, that, connection with other cultures and other races, and especially, the whole thing between Blacks and whites. We all know what happened. We'll never forget what happened. Our history is something that's going to live with us for the rest of our life. Those are our ancestors. That's our history as Black Americans. But the fact of the matter is that you have a lot of other nationalities, white people and everybody else, who were not born in those type of, situations. And so they don't live that way. So I can't just say, oh, because you're a white person, regardless of how good of a person you are, I don't like you because of what happened back then. What's currently going on, still, they're not doing it because you have Black people that are doing it to Black people. So you can't just say it's white people treating the black man wrong. You got black people that are treating black people wrong. So what do we say about that? They're doing somewhat of literally the same thing as far as, imprisoning them, as far as, disrespectful abuse, everything that you guys are saying white people are doing to black people are doing to black people as well. And I say all that to say, because only in my opinion, do I say that we have to stop putting that boundary out there in the atmosphere. You know how I always say speak it into existence and it shall, manifest. Stop putting that out there. Stop putting that, oh, the white man, it's the white man, it's the white man against the black man, stop doing that. And maybe we'll start trying to get a little bit further and, resolving this. It's never going to go away. We can never forget about what our ancestors went through, but we can start to heal from it and start being forgiving, so we can have a better and more comfortable life living here.
We all live here together.
We all live here. Right.
We're not separated. We're not segregated. And people want, just like you said, with the presidency, with Obama, if he would have did that, let's just say he don't have that kind of power anyway. But let's just say he would have only helped the black people. That would have been a sure way to not ever have another black president.
Yes.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. White America have been like, oh, that's what we doing? That's what y'all do? Okay. But he doesn't even carry that power. We are one. It's always been that. Even if the white people was on top and, they had all the money, well, there's a lot of black people that have a lot of money too. There's a lot of black people that got a lot of money. So we can't even go there no more. Y'all can't even put the white people got all the power. They got all the nope. And no. So let's deal with it as a whole.
Right.
All the millionaires, all the billionaires, all as a whole, not the white billionaire or the black billionaire. All of them as a whole. We can all do better.
We all can do better. So we would love to definitely hear what anybody else has to say about it. Anybody else's thoughts or opinions on it, and see what you guys think about what's going on in this presidency race that we have going on with a president that has now been convicted of 34 felons in the state of New York and is going to be awaiting trial for his Florida situation. So when we get more information on that, we'll come back and revisit it. We don't want this to be a political show because we're not, politicians or political in any way, but that is something very important that I thought needed to be, or we thought, needed to be a topic of discussion because it's a topic of our lives right now. Like this man holds, our livelihood in his hands as far as, how our country will be ran. And do we honestly want someone who can be proven guilty that has lied, that we all has lied? He has gotten caught in so many lies. This one is one of the, biggest lies of them all, because he tried to take down Obama because he just did not like the fact that Obama was in office. Tried to take him down. I mean, any way he can. Oh, his birth certificate. Oh, he wasn't Obama, his daddy. It was always something, but he could never find anything on him. But then you go and you fight this battle and people are bringing this to the forefront. And now it's like, oh, everybody's against me. Again, like I've said before in other conversations that we have, guys, when you pointing the finger at 5 people, just remember those other 4 are pointing back at you. So if everybody is saying the same thing about you, or multiple people are saying the same thing, it's time to sometimes take that, that mirror and turn it on ourselves. Turn that camera around, take that selfie, and know that, child, you human. You human. Just because you former president and got all them dollars in the bank doesn't mean that your human status has disappeared. You are human and you can make just as many mistakes as everybody else. So I don't know, guys. That's just my thoughts on it. I hope you guys get the opportunity to check it out. They do have the trial on Max. If anybody has Max, they have the complete trial on Max. It is lengthy, so you probably want to watch it over a couple of days if you haven't watched it.
And before we end this segment about Trump,
yes,
Miko told me that on the trial that the judge thought he was a superstar. He had his sunglasses on.
Let me
He
tell
was
you,
he
honey.
was up in the. She said he was up in the court like these, y'all. He was up in
He
there
had,
like this. The,
yeah,
the, the judge, y'all.
the judge had on sunglasses, honey. Let me tell y'all. So the judge had on sunglasses, and then later we get the report. We get the news reporters have come back and let us know that he called a secret meeting with some reporters inside of his chambers to let them know that different angles that he sits doesn't work well on camera. There's a glare that's on him. So to please make sure they get his picture from good angles. How do you know what? And that's probably why, first Trump was loving the your
Judge.
honor, this judge. And then, honey, after a while, he was an incompetent judge. He should have never tried this, been over this case. Well, first you loved him, now you didn't. What's the thing? When you thought you was gonna win because he was in there,
No, they was alike.
be a celebrity,
Yeah, they were alike. That's what it was.
yeah, but now it's like, oh, but see, that's the whole thing. He kept saying he want, let's let the, we're gonna let the jurors, we're gonna let the jurors, we're gonna let the jurors. The people know, the people know, the people know. Well, the people didn't convicted you. Okay, the people have convicted you. It wasn't the judge. He just gets to sentence you because he was in there striking all kind of stuff though. So you would, that's probably why he thought that they had it in the bag too, because honey, sustained. So I said, my God, is the prosecutor's going to be able to, make any type of calls? Like, I mean, he was sustaining everything. I said, okay, when he said overruled, I said, what? I was surprised.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was letting a lot of stuff be, he was striking a lot of stuff. They even had a point where they had the court reporter go back, strike a lot of stuff from her records and start over because they wanted to remove. Yeah. So, it was just a weird one. I want, you guys got to go watch it for yourselves. So check it out on Max. Look at it and see what you think, because it affects a lot of things that's going on today. So I honestly think that this presidency race, it's gonna even bigger than Obama. It's gonna affect a lot of stuff that's going on because we have a president a candidate that's running for president that is a convicted felon. That's what's gonna make everything change so much and cause so many problems. It's going to be bigger than, because if he wins, this is going to be bigger than the Obama win, honey. I'm trying to tell you. That's just in my opinion. It's going to be bigger. So
I don't want to talk about it no more. We
yeah.
So now we are not speaking that into the universe. Not one more time. Not ever again.
Yeah.
Lord, forgive us.
Right. So check it out on Max. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna check it out on Max. If you guys have anything if you want to bring it back up on the next show, we won't be going into it too deep. But if you want to have any comments or questions, so we'll get back to you, answer them on the next show, or you can talk to us and we can interact on the next show. But we got to continue on. Child, I don't know if Diddy really understands that he's actually also human, and that nothing can get past. Now we discussed this the last two shows. We discussed about Mr. Diddy, because that's a lot of, it's big in the news right now, and we're gonna get off of it. But California Cutie just wanted to make sure that we understood what new stuff has came up, and I just was in awe. Like, what in the world is going on? Like, what's going on? What's happening now?
So Rolling Stone came out with now Rolling Stone is a magazine. They came out with a whole book, a novel about Diddy. Okay, that's what happened. Hey Condor, how you doing? Thank you for joining us, and everybody else that's in the building. Thank y'all. Let me just say hi to my daddy. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Colette.
Hi,
Hey,
Colette.
Kristlyn.
Miss
And hey, Kim.
Hey,
you guys. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank
we
you
appreciate
guys
y'all.
so
really
appreciate you all. Yeah.
So yeah, Diddy was back in the news. He's gonna be in the news for a long time because it's the gift that ain't a gift that keeps on giving. And so Rolling Stone came out with their magazine. I feel like it had 10 chapters in it. I watched other commentator or content creators on YouTube. I didn't want to read that whole thing. It was a whole lot going on. And when I say that, it's just the fact that they just took it back. They went back a little bit further. They went and interviewed people that would interview with him. Some of them want to stay anonymous. Some of them, they didn't say in the article, but they're saying that they did speak to some people that didn't stay anonymous, and that Diddy has been doing, allegedly have been doing. Let me do this real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. But that the fact that he's been, being a creep, being a creep since he been in college. One of the ladies, there was a lady that said that basically he tried to cut in line, and he, got physical with her. The fact that I didn't realize he didn't even finish college. He didn't even finish because he jumped from being who he was, the college promoter, into, Andre Harrell and doing what he was doing. But what else did they say? There's a couple of ladies that came out, even on some, and same thing. The male SC, the all the things that they are talking about still about his case, because I don't use the wrong words, but
Right.
they're all, everything is there. Everything is still there, and more people are coming out the woodworks, and it's just.
Listen, you are so right, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to stop you, but I want you to piggyback off of what you're saying, and then you can continue with it. But like Forbes magazine, you know what? Okay.
You can keep talking. I'm just putting them up because I just already know.
Okay. Right. He should have seen. Well, I would have been there with my camera. You know what I'm saying? Well, I would have wanted to be on. Give me some hush money. No, I'm just playing. I didn't say that, y'all. But no, so like Forbes magazine is basically saying, back to us, piggybacking off of you, California Q, so you can go ahead and finish with your statement. So don't forget where you left off. That they're going to be, so according to Forbes magazine, accusers are going to be, they're going to soon testify in a federal grand jury. So this is going federal. This is not just going to be a state case. So federal, you know what federal means. Federal means what it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's federal. You do all your time. So we'll see what happens. But they're basically saying that, he's denied all of them. Remember, there we go again, where you have multiple people saying something, and you're the only one that think they're all wrong. All 5 people are wrong. You're the only one that's right, but they all saying the same thing. That's basically what's going on here, and according to Forbes magazine, all these people are now willing to testify in a federal case. It's right here. So you guys check out Forbes magazine.
Check out Forbes magazine. On top of the fact, Diddy also apologized to who, I don't know, because he never called Cassie's name out, right? But he did do apology. We talked about the video that came out when we all saw what he did to Cassie, the one incident that we did see. So right after that, he apologized, for everybody seeing it. That's who he apologized. He apologized to everybody that saw it. He didn't apologize to Cassie for doing it. So then he recanted that back. I think he took that apology back on top of that, because he's still feeling like I already repented for that. I already seek help for that. So that was already back in, some years back. Diddy, you're going down, Bookie. Well, you're going down.
This is a very good statement. The thing with me is, why would a person stay with a person who's abusive? I agree. It's so funny because I say that all the time. Like, just go, leave. And it's so funny. But then when
she
you
was trying to leave, though, y'all didn't see her trying to leave, though, right? Y'all both saw her trying to leave, though, right?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I guess for me, I'm saying, that wasn't the first time. Mm-hmm. That wasn't the first time. And in my opinion, I think when you give them the opportunity to do it another time, then it gets even worse. So the first slap should have been, okay, we're not doing this. I'm about to go. But then
Mhm.
that's me saying it, because I haven't been in any predicament, that will require me to sit there and just be in a position where I'm being abused. I don't know. Some people, I know people that have been in situations, they're like, I'm trying to leave, I just can't get out. And I'll just be like, well, how come? You know what I'm saying? And it can be a lot of different stuff, factors that keep them there. For example, money. Yeah, sometimes people stay because of money. Sometimes people stay because of kids.
But sometimes you
And
see that
different things.
person is, but sometimes you also see that person has either been abused or a victim of, I'll say this, you also can see if that person has been a victim as well. That don't make it right, right? Because hurt people, right? That's the same,
Yeah.
that goes along the same thing. So sometimes when you're in an abusive relationship and you think, you know what, it's not me. I'm just in it. I'm just here. It's that person. This person is hurt and they take it out on me. I haven't been in an abusive relationship either, as far as somebody like physically, because me being on the outside looking in, you the type of person, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna hit you back.
Yeah.
And yes, the type of person
And
a
in
lot
the
of
wrong
people
way.
are. But when you're in a situation and it catches you off guard, you don't know. And if that person is profusely sitting there saying, I'm sorry, and then they also say, and I was hurt, and then this, and then so then you start feeling sorry for them, forgetting about yourself. You put that person in front of you. And so it kind of goes into like a cycle, because you're like, this person's hurting too. And they don't mean to, but they hurt me too.
But you know what's so crazy, California Cutie? These people in the industry think that they can get away with this bullshit. I mean, excuse
They
my
have
language,
been.
but
They have been.
you
That's
know,
why.
and that's the problem. And the person I was trying to think about the last time we were on conversation that I talked about that had the show on Paramount Plus was Kevin Spacey, who everybody know who he is,
Mhm.
and he's now being accused of sexual abuse, against men. He didn't want it to come out that he was, gay for so long. And
Mhm.
you got to watch the documentary. It's on there about Kevin Spacey. And it talks about, him hiding things, trying to cover things up, getting into these elaborate situations, parties and events, and, and hitting on people and drugging people and things like this. Now, this is what the documentary is saying. These are not my words. This is not something that I am putting together. This is something that it says. So you can go back and watch it, the documentary on Kevin Spacey. But you wouldn't have never known. And that's like a lot of his accusers were saying, you wouldn't have never known. But they're glad now that it's something being done about it, because they felt like they didn't have a voice at that time. And that's the same thing. Yes, you're right. There's a lot of great
Right.
in
Yep.
situations. That's definitely true. And
It's
you can
almost the each situation has its own situation. You can't link it
right.
all together.
You can't lump it together. And I think that's probably why for so long wasn't no one, getting any justice. And then now this one person in his case, and we don't have to go too far into his case until everybody's able to really look at it. But in his case, the people, some of the other young men are like, well, when I said it, no one said, nobody helped me. When I said it, nobody, stood up for me. When I said it, nobody protected me. But now this person is saying it. I'm happy that we're getting some justice, but why did it happen before? So hi, Miss Blaze.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just things that have to be looked at differently when it comes to celebrities and people in the industry. They have to stop not treating only the civil people one way and then treating everybody else another way. Celebrities another way.
Mhm.
So I just think that Diddy, like you said, he felt like he was he acted like he said it, like he was God, like he was above the law, above anything. And now he see that he's not, and he's gonna lose out. As long as
Nobody
people
is.
stand firm on what they're thinking and what they're feeling, stand firm on it. Don't let him scare you. Don't let the money um right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm telling her uncle to come get her. You see yourself on TECS? That's what it is. Okay.
Oh, so sweet. So
Mhm.
yeah, we definitely want to keep up on that. I want to keep up on that and see how everything, plays out. See what everybody is thinking. See what actually happens. Because if they and it's so funny because on KGLH, the radio station, I think we talked about it the last time when they was talking about canceling people and everything. I don't necessarily think that they're going to cancel her, but they're definitely going. I mean him, but they're definitely going to make it hard for Diddy to continue to succeed.
And they love to make an example. Or Kelly, how you doing? Okay.
Right.
So, yeah, we all gonna be following.
He needs to pay the price. He needs to pay the price because
I'm mad that Cassie got paid. She should have got more, to be honest. If that's just a piece of a fraction of a decimal point of what she endured.
Right.
Mm-mm. And like we said earlier, her career, what she could have been, even though no disrespect, she's not the best singer, but hey, there's a lot of people that make a lot of money off of not being a good singer. I'm just saying. Right. But yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool. And I don't know if you saw, but Scrappy was ready. He ready to take a fade with Diddy.
Oh, I know. I saw that. I saw him talk about it. And I'm
glad he's holding him accountable. I'm glad he's saying something. I'm tired of a lot of these celebrities not really saying nothing. You really it's speaking louder than you think it is. So when Scrappy did that, I'm not condoning the violence, but if he want to be a man and say you want to beat up on somebody, come take this one, I'm with that. I'm with that.
And that's funny. I'm gonna pop this comment out up there too because that is absolutely true. That is so true. There is a lot out there that has not been exposed for, what's going on and what they doing. Like, come on now, Chili, you know what's crazy? Yes, drunk with power. What's also crazy? We want to be in the limelight. And I'm saying we want to be in the limelight so bad. We want to show that we have some type of status. We want to show that we got money. We want to show. It's all about showboating. It's all about, look what I got. Look what I got. Oh, you nothing. Oh, you nothing. And when you could, and then when you get there, you want to hurt the same people that was walking with you to get there. You know what I'm saying? The same people that came to all your shows when you wasn't nobody to support you. The same people, that bought your concert tickets when nobody else bought it. The same people who helped you spread the word and stream your music and promote your events and all that. The same people are the same people you're hurting now that you've made it. You know what I'm saying? So, and instead of you turning around and pulling somebody up,
and he had a lot. I mean, you had your whole Bad Boy family.
Man,
you could have put so many of them on. But a lot of them should be millionaires right along with you.
They should be. That's the sad part.
But because you are the person you are, the monster you are, the thing that you've become, because you're not even human at this point. You don't even look human. You don't act human. You have no compassion for humanity, because if you did, you wouldn't be doing the things you do. You don't respect your mom. You don't respect your kids. You don't respect your daughters. You don't respect your baby mothers. You are becoming a non-MFing factor in life. And when you do that to yourself, I'm just gonna watch you fall. I'm going to watch you fall.
Right. And so many
you could have pulled up. You could have did it different.
As soon as this point has been made with this whole Diddy thing, as soon as they make their point with him, everybody is following. Everybody's gonna come behind it.
That will be to Candor's point right here. He will be coming up next, because that's why when we don't hear a lot of people talking, and that's why I said their silence is louder than everything. Everybody that's just not saying nothing, there's a reason why you're not saying nothing. There's definitely a reason why they're not saying things. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you pull that up, or did you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you did. No, you did.
They do.
They
money
do.
status behind it.
Because that's where they come from. They have the street mentality, and but that fame, it blocks it out for so many people. So many people, and unfortunately, a lot of young ladies, in my opinion, a lot of young women think that their cuteness and their sexiness is going to make this person different. It's going to change this person. It's going to make this person become somebody that that they would want them to be. But in reality, you just add on to their, what they say, they onto
To
their
their ego right
yeah,
here.
just adding on to it.
You adding on to that right there.
So
Not
yeah,
helping.
so,
Not helping.
right. So
Mm-mm.
I'm curious as to what anybody else thinks about this. You got a lot of you do have some, which was weird to me, Diddy supporters, because the funny thing about that is that you can see what's going on. You can
Mhm.
see what's going on, but you still refuse to acknowledge that this man was wrong. So okay, the people gonna let you know. You're gonna have a whole jury full of women. I bet you any kind of money. Only gonna be a
It's
woman.
gonna be 8
You know what I'm
women,
saying?
2 men. No, it's
You,
12. I'm sorry.
you
It's gonna be 8, 4. 8
right.
women, 4 men.
It's crazy. But that's why I said, I think I made the comment a while ago, a couple of shows ago back, where I'm not a starstruck person. Celebrities do not change. Um, right, yeah. Celebrity status does not change how I feel. Like, you're a person just like I'm a person. I don't give you no extra than what you're going to give me. Your energy you give me is the energy I'm going to give you. So for the people who allow that to suck them in, those are the ones now that are crying about whatever experience or so whatever happened to them, while they were in there. Those are I'm not saying that they deserved it. I'm saying is that what the industry entails. You know what these people are known for. You know what could happen to you. So when you get in there, protect yourself in a way that this doesn't happen, or protect yourself in a way where you don't, allow people to take advantage of you. Or how about get your ass out when you see things are getting out of control? And because not all money is good money. We know that saying. That saying been around for 500,000 years. Okay,
Uh-huh.
not all money is good money. So get your behind out. But no, you wanna be in that Maybach. That might be an old car. I don't know, whatever. But you want to be in that Benz truck, or you wanna rock this Louis. You wanna do everything to support somebody that's taking your life away from you, because that's pretty much what's happening. That's pretty much what's happening. So you want control of your own life? Control it. Stop letting other people control it. Stop letting their dollars control it for you. But if you don't mind being controlled, roll with it. But don't cry about it afterwards. Stop. Just stop. Just stop.
I'll be glad when this is over, when it all really comes out, because I feel like he's still kind of dancing and, take that in our face. You know what I mean? He's not doing anything different. He's not humbling himself. His apology was whack, and unwarranted, because we at that time didn't need your apology. I'd rather you had just shut up. Like, literally, just
Right.
shut up. Write a letter or something. I don't know. But at this point and at this juncture, I'm just tired of the new stuff coming out. Just, if y'all gonna get him. Let's get it going. Get him, because him still partying and stuff is really, I'm just,
Yeah. So, but I just hope we're not gonna drag this out any longer. Diddy's gonna be in the news for a long time. So maybe down the road, when they start getting into his cases and things, his trials or whatnot, if that's where it's gonna take him, we'll talk about it then. We'll bring it back up or whatever. But I don't know. I'm so over it. Like you just said, California Cutie. I'm so over it. It's annoying, And I just want to just bring this comment right back up one more time, because I honestly feel like this is like a factor that a lot of people do forget. you know, is that a lot of these people, they have that street mentality. They don't grow up with a lot of money, or they don't grow up, and it's, you know, you always hear that story. I grew up poor, I grew up, you know, in the hood, I grew up, and as soon as you get a little money, you show your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Why we, you know what I'm saying? So that is something that a lot of people, we have to remember. We have to keep that in thought, and know that, you know, if you got a street mentality, you want to bring your street mentality to the main stage, to Hollywood. I'm gonna bring mine too. So if you put your hands on me, I'm put. I'm not saying, I'm not condoning violence, people. But what I'm saying is that if you touch me, I'm gonna touch you back. Don't do that. Keep your hands to yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm dancing because I'm thinking about kiss me and I kiss you
Right.
back,
Keep your
smack me and I
hands to
smack you
yourself.
back.
You know what I'm saying? Respect
Yes,
others as you would want to be respected.
for sure,
Uh,
for sure. That's
you know
it.
what? I see if R. Kelly know how to fly behind bars. Child, I bet you he is flying out there, honey, back behind bars. He flying there. He trying to get away from everybody who coming at him. Because in prison, we all the same. I don't know about you, but I'm quite
It's a
sure we all,
number. You
yeah, we
just
all
a
the
number.
same. So you can sing on the commissary floor if you want to, but that ain't gonna change nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because all concerts are free when we up in here. But anywho,
That's a good one.
yes, you know, anywho, child. Well, we'll, like I said, we'll revisit this again. I know that today's two topics were topics that's probably like, oh my God, nerve wracking. But I just thought it was something. Well, we thought it. Sorry, I keep saying California cutie. We thought it was something that should, be brought out to you guys, so we can just kind of talk about it, just to let you guys all know that, you know, we all see what's going on in this world. We all see, you know, what's happening, and we collectively need to try to make changes together. We need to come together collectively, trying to make some changes together, start supporting each other more, start, helping each other more, and start opening our mouths. Like, stop walking around with a closed mouth, because all the money you got while you kept your mouth closed, because you was getting all this stuff was happening, is almost like in a minute people are going to start saying you set that up, you wanted it to happen, even though we know you didn't. I'm not saying anybody wants to get abused, but it's so many people that wait till after the fact to take money and say, okay, I'll be quiet, I won't tell on you that you did this to me, when you was living in it for so long. Start defending yourself, start taking pride in yourself, start, being better. Yeah, being better people. We just need to, do better, be better, and love each other more. And
Yeah, but say look out for one another.
yes, so
Let's try that for one for a change.
honey, I sit in my house all day, every day, child, with a television, a computer, and a conversation for somebody on the phone before, right, with $2 in my pocket, then I had $2 million in my pocket, and dealing with somebody abusing me, and physically, mentally, emotionally, or whatever the case is, honey. I don't need caviar every night. I can save up my change. You get it once and now here. I don't need to have it every night. So,
That's true, Candor, for sure.
right. And you know what? And to your comment right there, boom, to your comment, I tell everybody who knows me knows, I always say, you wasn't born with no manual attached to your ass. So therefore, there is no book of how your life is going to be. You are writing your life as you go. So when you came into this world, it was blank pages. You didn't have no money. You didn't have a name. Okay? You didn't have a status. You didn't have nothing. Regardless to who your parents are and who your parents are, you still didn't have nothing. Your journey started the day you hit this, hit the this earth, this world, and your book started getting written at that time. And so you are the one creating and dictating how your legacy and how your life is going to end. And if this is the way Diddy wants his legacy to be, then child, God bless you.
Go on with your best.
God bless you. You know what I'm saying? God bless you. So like I say, I get up
best.
every morning and I thank the Lord for waking me up and giving me breath. And I thank the Lord for allowing me to write another page in my book of life, because every day I'm leaving behind information about myself that people will remember down the road. Do you get what I'm saying? So people will be able to say, this is what Miko did. This is how Miko was. This is every day. So if that's how you want us to view you, this how Diddy was, child. He was a crazy psycho man. Because on this day, you are writing these pages in your book, and you are creating your legacy, and you are creating, the narrative for your own memoir. So remember that, guys. We love y'all, honey.
Yeah, thank y'all for rocking with us again today, y'all.
Yes, honey. This was a good topic. This was a really nice topic. I appreciate everybody who jumped on and communicated with us. Thank you, Candor, for giving us some good feedback, some good back and forth. I love it. I enjoy it. We appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. We appreciate it so much. And next show will be a little bit more fun. The next show, guys. I know we had to get a little bit deep in this one. Talk about this president, child. Y'all former president, child. That's your former president, child.
That's y'all former. I ain't vote for him.
And bring and everything. So you guys check out the Trump trial on Max. Let us know what you thought about the trial. Get back to us, leave your comments, let us know what you thought about the trial. And also just pay attention to Diddy. Let's just see what happens and where things go and how things move and everything. So I appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Candor. We appreciate you and love you for that. So if that's it, wonderful people, we love you guys very much.
Next time, guys.
Have a weekend. Until next time.
Till next time, guys. Have a good one.